the ability of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria to satisfy the demand for the delivery of housing across the entirety of Nigeria is well within its capabilities. I want to use this opportunity to really say thank you for tuning in into this week's edition of FMBN podcast here on 7FM TV, as this program is proudly sponsored by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. My name is Patience Okai, so take a moment, sit back, relax, and watch this commercial.
To improve transparency and accountability in managing the NHF funds, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has introduced *219#. *219# is a new way to know the status of your NHF contribution from anywhere. To use this service, dial *219#. Select 1 to update your contact detail. Press 2 to check your contribution status in any month up to the last 5 years. You can also use our mortgage calculator and bulletin board by selecting options 5 and 6 respectively. You can access other services by using direct shortcodes like *219*3# to retrieve your NHF number, *219*4*1# to check your last 5 transactions, and *219*4*2# to check your statement of account. No internet connection required, and it is available on all networks. *219#. Simpler, smarter, faster. Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Everyone deserves a home.
Welcome back to FMBN Podcast here on 7FM TV, as FMBN Podcast is proudly sponsored by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Now, the frequently asked questions by Nigerians want to know, can a self-employed personnel or an informal sector cooperative member apply for the home renovation loan? Here's the response.
The home renovation loan is structured for the formal sector such that the loan repayment will be deducted at source by the employer. As such, an informal sector cooperative member and self-employed individuals are not eligible to apply for home renovation loan.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, not relenting, commissioned 25 units of 2-bedroom apartments at Peggy Kuje, Abuja.
These are 25 housing units of 2 and 3 bedroom apartment each commissioned by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN. This project is funded by FMBN to deliver 60 houses in a mix of 2 and 3 bedroom apartment. The commissioning came immediately after the bank did a groundbreaking ceremony of the first phase of FMBN Cooperative Society estate construction. The 25 housing unit bedroom apartment located at 30E Estate before 1000 unit Peggy in Kuje, Abuja is part of the bank's home ownership initiative program. Top officials of the bank were there to grace the occasion.
Of several residential housing estates in 8 states across the Federation under our housing delivery initiative developed in collaboration with the labor centers including NLC, TUC, NECA. We have several others also completed under this scheme that will be commissioned in due course across the country's geopolitical zones. These ceremonies highlight the giant strides we are making in an effort at reducing the national housing deficit and empowering Nigerians at all levels in the area of home ownership.
The chief executive of the bank, Mr. Madu Haman, said the commissioning is another landmark event to showcase the milestone of achievement towards home ownership program.
So the bank has tried to intervene in the urban centers in almost all the state capitals. There are some states that we've gone down to local government level, and we'll continue to intervene as the National Housing Fund portfolio continues to increase. You know, it's from contribution from workers. So the bank is limited by the quantum of contributions that it receives. But as the thing continues to grow, we'll continue to also intervene and be able to finance more houses across the nation.
The commissioning was done by the Minister of State for Transportation, Ademola Adewole Adegoroye, who commended the bank for their effort in bridging the housing gap in the country and encouraging economic growth and development.
And I want to use this opportunity to thank the federal government of Nigeria for the leadership of our president. Abuja for all they have done in terms of financing and encouraging real estate development. And on the other hand, I was also thanking the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. They are doing so much, sir. When you do this, you know that this is stimulating economic growth. Now people will start moving here. And when they move here, other people who don't even live there will have a so they are building up the economy. And then of course, this will also make people homeowners. People who never believe that they have something. Now when you have this will give them hope. So we want to say that the government will assure you that federal government will continue to do everything in its power to encourage people like you who want to develop homes for our people.
The beneficiaries were not left out as they expressed their satisfaction and thanked the bank for making them house owners. FMBN News, Austin Beatrice Sinam, 7 TV.
Now an exclusive interview with the Group Head Finance and Control, Mr. Ogumuyiwa Sunday, with 7FM TV correspondent Austin Sinam. Let's join the conversation.
But it could happen. Where you have kind of large, demand for the product that you render to people. Could that be tendency?
Well, it could, but what we try to do is that we tailor the expectation of our customer in line with our budget, and our budget take you from our strategic plan.
Okay.
And equally, we ensure that we have what we call budget discipline. In essence, that we ensure that whatever that has not been put in the budget from the beginning of the year will never have a way into the budget.
The law of the Pakistan law will not come in at any time. Okay. Let me ask you also on the fixed asset. You talked about fixed asset. Then you mentioned fixed asset of the bank.
Yes.
So for a layman who is listening to you, what are they?
Yes, the fixed asset of the bank comprises the furniture and fittings, the motor vehicle, the computer, ICT computer, the land and building, ongoing works. Basically, those are the items, fixed assets of the bank.
Because the layman there in the city will be wondering, what are they?
Those things that are physical, that can be seen, and they have lifespan that is more than 1 year.
1 year.
Yes.
Okay, let me go on insurance before I move on. We talked about insurance of the bank. Does it cover what is in the hand of your contributors, your clients, and all of that?
Yeah, let me tell you. Basically, the current insurance that the bank does is one, we insure our properties, all our buildings around the country, our motor vehicle. We insure what we call the staff in terms of accidents, in terms of burglary of the houses, in terms of in case somebody died in the course of the work. Those are part of some of the insurance policies that we handle. But in line with recently, the bank granted an approval that going forward, we should be insuring the products. The product of the bank, such as the rent to own, such as the construction going on. That one has just taken off now.
Okay, so once you have a contributor who is able to get this product, and then probably he must have, the contributor has finished paying, does the insurance still cover him?
No. You see, the what we are trying to insure is, for instance, under the rent to own, we try to insure the house so that in case the house got burned or damaged by act of God, so we'll now be able, through our insurance, to put it into the right position. That's part of the new product that has just been introduced, the insurance product that has just been introduced in the bank.
Financial service in particular that you render, can you tell us about that?
Yes, part of the financial services we render is that we avail people their statement of account as at when they require. And aside from that, we try to give people updates on their contribution in terms of the SMS alert we send on periodical basis. And aside from that, there is an application, an app, the star 219 hash, in which by the time you press it, and that your phone is linked, that your number is linked to your contribution, you'll be able to access information and know your balances. That's part. So those are part of some of the financial services the banks render to this.
They give you your alerts, how much you've been able to put into contribute for the period of time.
Exactly, and then we give you your statement. And of course, whenever you pay your contribution, if you bring your remitter payment, we give you the receipts.
Of course, the bank has plans, 5 years, 2 years plans, but tell us about your 5-year strategy plans.
Yes, part of the finance 5 years strategy plan is to ensure that our system is fully automated, which is ongoing. Okay. That's the core banking. Is fully automated, and equally we are looking at a system whereby at the press of the button, you understand, even at your comfort zone, at your comfort home, you're able to see clearly your status of your account, and you're able to pay your contribution even right in your bedroom. Those are part of the, and of course, seamless interface with the regulatory body. Okay. In terms of reporting.
How often you do pay your refund, NHA refund to contributors? How often do you pay that?
We pay our refund as often as possible. Give or take, maximum period, maybe 1 month. That's from the initiation to the conclusion. Because the reform process starts from the state offices, not from the head office.
Not from the head office.
Yes. You go to the state office, you do the necessary documentation, they will do the necessary ledger, update your ledger, send the necessary attachment in terms of your bank statement, your letter of retirement, evidence of your contribution, and what have you. And so they will package it even with your passbook updated. Haven't done the necessary things and done the necessary validation. They will now send it to us where we now tidy it up, ensure that those informations are right. We send it to audit, we effect payment. As I'm talking to you, I just make payment to some refundees, which of course by the time we pay under few hours, you get your money. So reform process has actually improved with the system put in place now. So you can be rest assured when you fill the necessary documentation at the state office, within 1 month, you get your money.
Let's take a breather here, and when we come back, FMBN News this week.
The latest couple in town.
Good day, sir.
How are you? Oh, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Drinks?
No, we're fine, sir.
How was the moon experience?
It was quite an experience.
How about house?
We are renting at the moment, but we intend to save enough to own our own house, right?
Why not avoid all those Shylock landlords and own a house upfront? With the average income and cost of building houses today in Nigeria, mortgage is the best option. No sweat. I tell you what, that was how I got my first house, and I've never regretted it.
To make good homes, and by implication, a good society, an individual is expected to have an abode from which to take off and return at the end of each day. At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, everyone deserves a home. Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
All right, welcome back to FMBN podcast here on 7FM TV, as it's proudly sponsored by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. FMBN News this week. Many thanks for joining us on this week's edition. Do well to join us next week for another educative edition of the program. You can follow us on all our social media handles displayed on your screen: at Instagram 7TV_NIG, at Twitter 7TV_NIG, Facebook 7TV Nigeria, YouTube 7FM-TV. You can also visit our website at www.7media.ng, and of course do well to visit www.fmbn.gov.ng for more information. Till I come your way next week, my name is Patience Okai, your host. Bye.